I just dropped my boys back in town and I was sitting on the bus working on my Brehenies Aithusa. I've been working on how she is going to speak. How she speaks is very important because whoever does her voice as Princess Anahita has to do the same accent. And nobody can do a New Zealand accent, so I've had to tone my accent down to sound more English because it's easier to do that. That Julie Andrews, Audrey Hepburn kind of way of speaking. The way a lady ought to speak. Brehenies Aithusa is very composed, even under pressure, even when she loses her temper. Nary a hair out of place, perfectly powdered nose, coiffured hair, however she's got her hair. Even in the face of drama and adversity, she is completely poised and calm because she knows that as a fire dragon, if she loses her temper and has to go into fire-breathing dragon mode, she loses all her clothes. She doesn't like having to change her clothes. She doesn't like having to waste money. She would rather her money go on things that were more important than having to constantly buy new clothes. And when she loses her temper or sees an injustice, she immediately turns into a fire-breathing dragon, which destroys all her clothes in an instant, and she would rather not. So it has forced her to learn to be calm and composed in the face of disaster and carnage. But you'll see signs of it. For example, should something happen that requires her to have to leave the room because if she stays, the people in it will pay for her losing her temper. So she will politely excuse herself. And as she walks out of the room, all the windows smash. Or you'll just see lightning strike and light up the night sky after she shuts the door and walks out into the forest or whatever. So there'll be signs that she loses her temper. But you only really see it if you're the reason why she lost it. And everybody knows that at any moment she could turn into a fire-breathing dragon. Don't make her lose her clothes. That's why she changes outfits a lot. Her style will change constantly. She'll never wear the same thing twice almost, pretty much, other than like her gowns and that, because she has to serve a lot of justice to people. So she's always losing her clothes. So she's always having to change clothes. And the way she speaks is very matter of fact. I would not dare. Very pronounced, but very charming, very polite, very ladylike. One of the things that I was told, one of the greatest compliments I'd ever been given by a man, was he said that I was a dime piece. D-I-M-E, a dime piece. And when I asked him what that was, he said it meant classy. That I was like a classy dame, like a class act. And so yes. Etiquette classes, and I'm trying my hardest, but it does help to remain composed even in the face of adversity. And you sort the anger out or your temper out on your own between you and the gods, and then that way it guarantees that no innocent people get caught up in the drama, and then you don't get karma as a result. And she is a karmic judge, so she can't be getting all caught up in that. She follows the letter of the law. She understands how it works, so she can't lose her temper. Miss Brehenies Aithusa, Miss Queen, light of the sun. So, yeah, so I've been watching various women on YouTube, getting an idea for her accent, and I've definitely figured it out. I'm the only one that's going to be doing her voice. I'm the only one that will be allowed to do the voice of Brehenies Aithusa. She's not the sort of thing where you'll see you dressed up as characters and, you know, being hired out for kids' parties. She's very elusive. She has people doing all the necessary things that she needs doing. She has to keep her eye on other things, on more important things, but when she comes down, it's for a very good reason. So, yeah. So, in all the animations and everything, it's going to be my voice. And if anyone, like if there's for any reason I make an appearance as her, then, you know, it's going to be special and we're going to have gowns for it and we'll do like a whole thing, but she will be kept, you know, quite elusive. So, but yeah, whoever does Princess Anahita is going to have to learn how to do a sort of slightly drawn English accent that has a hint of New Zealand in there somewhere. She's going to have to practice within an inch of her life, if she's not a Kiwi actress, that is. So, yes, high expectations for all my voice actors. But, yeah, while accents and characters might change of some of the other characters, Brehenies Aithusa is mine and mine only. So, yes, so I've been practicing and I'm very proud. Very proud of how it's all turned out. I can't wait to see her in animation form and as merchandise, and I need to get her right. I want her to be the envy of all the girls and just the dream fairy godmother of all the boys, and yeah, drag queens. Drag queens want to copy. That would be awesome. I would have lived and died if I see anyone in a drag show dressing up like Brehenies Aithusa. Oh my god, I couldn't even put it into words my excitement. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm drinking sparkling water. I'm waiting for my dinner, but I'm drinking sparkling water. I probably shouldn't because I'll get full fast. Oh, it's the thing with doing podcasts. You can't help it when there's gas, especially when you drink sparkling water. Women should not have. I said, is it not bad enough that we have periods and PMS and have to give birth and go into labour and carry babies inside of us, that God also gave us gas as well? He could have just left the gas to the men, the burping and the farting and all that. It should just be a man thing that's more suited to men. Anyway, I can't wait. I can't wait to do Brehenies Aithusa's clothing range as well. Miss Jodine too. My sister's going to be working with me. She's going to be my stylist. We're going to work on the designs together. And we'll have a costume department, so all the kids will learn to sew and make like all the outfits and costumes for like Miss Jodine and friends, all the animal characters, and yeah, like the Wolf King and the Eagle King and the Moon King. Although the Eagle King is the Moon King, just hadn't grown up. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Brehenies Aithusa with my own eyes, which I technically do when I look in the mirror, but I want to see her in illustration form. I want to know what I look like in her eyes.